This is part 2 of our Via Dinarica ride. In part 1 we started in beautiful Ohrid, cycled through pristine valleys and very welcoming villages to Kosovo, where we explored old Prizren and new Pristina in Europe's youngest country. We then headed up spectacular Rugova Canyon and over the lovely and quiet Chakor Pass to Plav in Montenegro. This section sees us cycling through the deepest gorge in Europe and through the majestic Durmitor National Park in Montenegro, afterwards through the mountains of Bosnia Herzegovina and all the way to Mt.Dinara, that gave its name to the mountain chain and the long-distance hiking route that we're following loosely. Enjoy!
On the first real climb in Montenegro now. I found this cute little white road that brings us over to a place called Kolashin. You know, cycling up here I was just mentally preparing for some compare and contrast between Kosovo and here, and thought, after the Kosovans that go out of their way to help, ask if you need anything, like you don't go to them, they come to you. I thought the locals are a bit like my tribe, and then stops a car and offers us cake. So I was wrong.
Kurt's going for second helpings here from a local version of polenta. Potatoes and cheese served with yogurt. The saying goes, if you don't finish it, your partner leaves you. So I'm just watching the generous portion Kurt is giving himself.
Well, there's a catch to it, because it's a portion for two. We could both leave in the same direction.
Oh, there's a man who's thought it through. Well done, Kurt. So, Kurt,
Tastes lovely.
it does actually, but it's very filling for a lunch.
Plowman's dinner.
It is definitely a ploughman's dinner, but let's tuck in.
We should. Morning. We're heading down the Tara Gorge, one of the deepest gorges in Europe, and if you think it doesn't look very spectacular, that's because wherever there is a road, it's not really sheer drops, but it does go up 1,000 meters either side in many a place. But yeah, it's not too steep for not having a little farm every now and then. It's pleasant and it's wonderful, especially considering this is supposed to be a rainy day and we're not the only ones. Morning! Today's the day, cycling through Durmitor National Park. Looks gorgeous. It's a quiet little road. There are a few cars. Have to be, I mean, it's a touristy area, one of the highlights of Montenegro. So yeah, we'll put up with that. We waited a day in Sabeljak for the weather to clear up so we'd see where we're going, and that really paid off. the downhill. How they came up with the idea of having a road into this. Unbelievable. Of Kalinovic. It was a hard day yesterday, lots of gravel and uphill and steep, and so now we're very steep, shouts Darina, and she's right. I mean, little gorge coming up. Actually, we're very high above some river. Hope we don't have to go all the way down.
Well, this is climb 57 of 111, and even Court had to push. Actually, when I told my father what Court had planned for my holiday with all these crazy climbs, he said he wasn't well in the head. But fair dues to him, he's pushing Darina's bike up this hideous gravel route, which is only the start of this climb, but at least we have absolutely fabulous views today. Not too hot, can't complain. And there's Court coming up on the left straight. The cow looks a bit bewildered, but she's gonna take it on herself. And it's Court coming up the back straight, sneaking up there, cow blocking the way. Whoa. The race has recommenced. Daisy is not giving up. Come on, Court, you can do it. Go, 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 go. Go on, Court.
Downhills, we're now down at the bridge and at the climb of the day ahead of us. That was really, there were a few bits of tarmac, but most of it was just horrible, loose gravel. Now we're approximately at the altitude of the last hill that you can see over there. Not many people living out here, but the ones that do, I'm sure they can spell remote. Just found a water source, deluxe, completely picnic bench. And a prayer to you, wherever you are. Compared to yesterday, where we didn't get any views for our input, today's fine. Knackered but happy. Just happened to come across a few stecki, or well, it's basically old burial grounds of, I presume, the first Slavs that migrated to this area. Finished a long downhill, and we're now down at the Neretva river. That's the one that we'll follow for a while. First time we saw Via Dinarica map here, and we're pretty much on track, as good as it gets along the road.
Well, we've just had a lovely overnight stay in our tent down at the Boračko lake. And of course the morning has started with a nice climb, I'm guessing 9-10%, but this is the lake we stayed at last night.
So the look familiar.
Yes, we stayed here the last time, didn't we?
Yeah. And so now we have 1,000 altitude meters ahead of us.
Really
Really. Should get some
paved.
food. It should be paved, yeah.
Okay, we need food. I take a left here.
Go right. Oh,
There's a supermarket.
Right, see? You and your ideas.
874 meters over the next 18 k's.
800 for... Oh, okay, that makes about 5% on average.
Yeah.
That's reasonable enough. Looks cool.
It looks beautiful. What Kurt has there is sweet because my water bottle is totally empty and I'm parched. I was thinking I was going to have to call this the accursed mountain range.
You know what?
Oh,
My bottle is full.
your bottle is full and it is absolutely wonderful. So we made it.
Yeah. Hard work. But it's the last up. Like the last serious up on that trip.
This trip.
This trip. And I'm quite happy about that too. My legs are getting wonky.
But they're not bad for an old man,
True.
a pensioner.
Yeah.
Here we have some necropolis from the late 14th, 15th century, decorated with all sorts of interesting motifs, crescents, crosses, flowers. There's a hunting scene ahead, you can actually see it quite well from here. You can make out the deer. It's hard to believe this is a ski station. We're probably around the 30 degrees today, but you can see the slopes ahead. Well, we went shopping, got something to eat, and came back. There was a wedding party on our beach, but we went to the next one. And we found this lovely beach all for ourselves.
So, we're approaching the end of stage 2 of this trip with Mt.Dinara behind us, and I think we paid him enough respect. I mean, we had about 20,000 altitude meters so far. I'm sure the mountain was moved. Not enough for cartographers to notice, but it must be moved.
And I'm sure we're up to maybe 80 climbs at this stage. I've stopped counting.
Yeah, it's enough. So,
As far as I'm concerned, let's head to the beach.
Darina is a spoiler. That'd be stage 3 now. Finally on a descent. The farther down we go, the higher the mountain looks. So instead of going up the main road, I decided to accept Komoot's recommendation to follow the river, which is just downhill but with gravel. So far so good.